Hello. This video is going to be titled 8-bit microcontrollers, the obsolescence of 8-bit microcontrollers, bolts, and other inalienable facts of life. One may ask, what does all these things on this piece of paper have in common? That is the one simple fact of life, that the concept of obsolescence that applies to items and finished components or finished devices does not apply, or is inherently non sequitur, to the components that are used to make up those devices, insomuch that the whole concept of trying to apply the concept of obsolescence to components is an inherent fallacy, because a component or its total capability is only judged by the device that is placed in. If it's placed in this modem, it's going to be obsolete no matter what type of chip is inside of it. But whatever type of chip is inside of it can be put in almost any device in question. So the limitation of obsolescence is strictly based up on the designer. And it's the same thing that goes for bolts. Bolts, how old are they? How long ago, how many umpteen years ago was they invented? Bolts and screws. Have you heard anybody talking about how bolts are obsolete? Why do you still use bolts? Well, the whole shape and size of different type of bolts may change depending on what type of device they're used in. It may be a big freaking one like this, littler ones, or even really itty-bitty small ones. But there's still going to be bolts and screws running around, for the simple fact that someone needs to hold something together, and it is the best suited device or part for the application. And so as long as someone needs to bolt something together, bolts are still going to be around and still made, and will never become obsolete, for that simple fact. And it's kind of like simple discrete logic, 74 series logic, the old jelly bean logic type stuff. Has anybody in their right mind ever said that 74 series logic's obsolete, or discrete logic is obsolete? Why do you still use it? Yes, the DIP package may become less used as time goes on, but 74 series logic will still be around in different packages, like this one here, or even this one here. They may shrink down, go surface mount or the like, but there's still plenty of discrete jelly bean logic to be had in different devices, for the simple fact that sometimes a designer just needs a simple logic gate for an application. And because of that fact, there will always be some form of discrete logic somewhere around to be had. And that simple fact also applies to 8-bit microcontrollers, in so much that there is a native 8-bit, or in this case a 7-bit data stream, which is defined by the ASCII standard. There will always be an application for a microcontroller that can most or best natively manipulate that data stream, which for a 7-bit ASCII data stream would be an 8-bit microcontroller. It's kind of like the 4-bit microcontroller and stuff that's used in calculators and other various smaller objects, for the simple fact that you have binary coded decimal, which is a 4-bit data stream. You always have applications in which a person needs to calculate or best manipulate that 4-bit data stream. So there will always be uses for a 4-bit microcontroller or microprocessor of some form to handle that. And from that derivative follows the 8-bit microcontroller for ASCII, and the same as 16-bit microcontrollers and 32-bit microcontrollers. Each of them will have their application they're best suited for, and will stay around. They might not be in this DIP package. They might come in this style package, or they might even come in this style package. Here, if I can get it off the table, little itty bitty ones, or even that little package there that almost looks like a grain of dust. But as long as someone needs to manipulate an 8-bit data stream, there will always be an 8-bit processor being manufactured and sold by someone. Its package style may vary, just as the same as the style of bolt may vary, or screw, but there will always be a threaded object needed to fasten something together, and as there will always be an 8-bit processor needed to manipulate the words that be displayed on some control screen. So, that simple fact of life, and all this talk about 8-bit processors, why do you still use them? You should upgrade to something different, whatever. It's an inherently flawed concept from the beginning, because it's the same as someone will always need a bolt. There will be someone that always just wants an 8-bit freaking processor. End of line. Take care.